Hello and welcome back to my shop. Today I'm going to be picking up where I left off on the passenger side tow board area. The last piece of the puzzle to securing everything, all the patches that I've done to the A-pillar, rocker panel, new floor, and tow board. The last piece of that puzzle is the cowl to floor brace. Now, it looks fairly solid with everything welded together, but since this was a factory piece, I'm going to go ahead and put one back on. This stamping looks decent. I got one from another company than this one. I don't remember, I don't have the tag on it anymore, where I picked this one up. But it's close, but it's going to need a little hammer and dolly work. Do some more drill through for making weld spots for the thing to put it on the floor. But I'll kind of show you down here. This hole is for the body mount bolt right here. So this piece kind of nestles up right there, and it's pretty close, but it's going to need a little bit of bending and hammering and all to sit perfectly flush the way I want it to. Especially here, like if I hold that up kind of flush, there's about a finger's width there almost, of a gap between the bottom of it. It's touching in certain spots, so it's got a little massaging that it's going to need to fit in place, but it shouldn't be too bad. But this should make for a pretty quick video, and then next one coming out will be doing the floor on the other side. So stick with me and we'll get after it. Along where the hole is, a line basically from this inside notch all the way over, the whole thing needs to tilt up just a little bit. It's not quite able to sit down flush, so I need to tilt this all up a little bit. So I'm going to put it in the vise and just give it a little tweak, and we'll see how that works. Just a little bit. And we'll go see how that looks. better. Let's see, flush this way, and it's actually making contact with the floor around where I want it to. The flange is kind of flared up a little bit, but I can just tap that down with a hammer after I get this upper part tacked into place, and that'll get it where I need it to be. So it's looking pretty good. You want to make sure that the hole is lined up correctly and centered over the bolt for the body mount. That way you don't have to deal with any issues of the socket access or anything when you're getting around to it to work on it later on. Well, this is looking pretty good. It's fitting up, touching down here on the other side, touching the toe board where it's supposed to have a little contact there to weld into place. It's flush in this pocket on the pillar side and also back here, so it'll weld to the brace along most of the flange surface. Actually has weld points to it. This part right here won't. It sticks a little proud from there to there, or from there all the way around up, and then inside the pocket of this panel does. So anyway, next step here is just to drill some of the mounting holes for the weld to go through, those little rosette welds, and then yeah, I can put this up here, get out my clamps and clamp this surface in. I'll weld up top, and then I'll use the hammer to knock this little bit of the edge down because it's kind of flared out like that. So I need to knock the fingers back flush with the floor and get that welded. So this one's not going to take very long. there we have it. And we'll see. I'll give it a try. Maybe that one will do it, but you guys can't see it in that angle. Wait, no, it did work. Okay. So this piece is just about ready to go in. Well, here's the piece all fit up and ready to go. I cleaned up the little bit of the drill bit burr on the back edge of the holes with just a little roll-lock disc with a Scotch-Brite on it. And yeah, the one clamp in place and everything's flush and lined up and looking pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab my welder, get that fired up, bring it over here, and get this piece burned in. And there you have it. One cowl to floor brace welded in and installed. So, not too bad of a job. It's like every one of them that I've seen whenever like looking online and other stuff is like, this is a really common part to rot out. You know, makes a little pocket, dust and dirt and junk just gets down in there and then rots around all over this. The other side over there is the same way. It was all rotted around there on the floor. Now I've cut it at the base, and you can see this vertical slit in the part of it that is left that I need to cut that thing out the rest of the way and then weld the new piece in. But yeah, they get junk down in there from the cowl and just from the doors being open and your feet and everything, and just rot out right around there. So not the worst thing in the world to put in. It's fairly easily accessible and all, but just wanted to make a quick little video to show that. Thanks for watching, everyone, and stay tuned. Next one coming up will be the floor over there. See you all next time.